Okay. I thought we were already.
No, I want to make sure you got everything out of your system before you start incriminating yourself.
See, I do have things to talk about. I just can't. I can't. I've got to. My family is my comedic content, but they get so offended. Whoa. I mean, and they can't understand. Wait a minute, I might be embellishing for entertainment, you know.
Well, no, it's always embellishment for entertainment.
Yeah,
not on my end.
They can't take it. Well, I mean, not really me either. I just might throw a little extra stuff in there. But whatever.
Little pep.
Yeah.
Little mustard on it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Are you just trying to navigate adulthood in a world that still expects you to have it all figured out? Welcome to This Is 50 with your hosts, Travis Holmes and Shane McManus.
Shane!
Travis.
How are you?
Why? Fine. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Why? What have you heard?
Nothing. Why?
No.
You got stories to tell me?
I never have stories.
You always have stories.
Oh, no. All I do is react to your life.
My life is so boring. But I have fun. I have fun with my life because I was talking to my neighbor the other day, and he was saying to me, he came over. He's the one with 6 kids, the airplane pilot guy.
The railroad conductor breeder.
Yeah. He came over and we were talking about something, and he's like, I'm sorry about my dog. They've got a puppy over there. I don't know what kind of dog it is. It's a big white. I mean, it's already like 6 months old, and it's already like 80 pounds. It's a big, fluffy white dog or something.
They name it Seamus.
They name it. He calls it Land Cloud because it's this big white dog that runs on the.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm sorry about my dog. I'm like, man, it doesn't bother me. I said, in the house, we don't hear him. Outside the house, he doesn't really bother me. I said, except for the one time. You guys were not home. No one was watching the dog. And I'm sitting there trying to put up this T-rail fence posts and all this stuff. And the dog's literally like on the property line barking at me through his fence. And I'm like, shut up, And I said, all I can think about was this dog yelling at me like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And I'm like going, shut up, dog. I know what I'm doing. And I'm slamming the thing.
Were you having flashbacks of his little kid over there yelling at you?
I don't know.
Don't you plug your leaves on my end, our side of the fence?
And I was telling this. Yeah, I was telling him the story, and he started laughing. He goes, you tell a pretty good story as far as a boring a situation is. I said, well, I mean, he goes, you should do radio. And I said, well, I try.
He doesn't know.
No, he knows. He knows.
That was a joke.
Yes.
Okay. Good for him. I didn't think those type of people had a sense of humor.
What, airplane pilots?
Yeah. Well, anybody that raises.
Just kidding. Just kidding. People in the back floating up and down. Just kidding.
Look over at his co-pilot. Hey, Bob, you want to have some fun?
Yeah.
Quick, Meredith is running down the aisles handing out the drinks here. Let's just do a little wing bump.
Is Meredith out there? All right, hold on. Our bank left.
Well, I mean, so you don't like the dog?
No, it's not that, but there's 2 dogs. There's 2 Irish bloodhound bulldogs or something, or I don't know what they are, across the street, and they're out on the front porch all the time. A car drives by, and then they stop. Car drives by again, all the time, all day long. I'm sitting out on the front porch drinking my coffee, reading news and stuff, and something happened, and they just constantly bark in the morning. And he's like, I can't stand those dogs, and I know you can't either, but when my dog starts barking, that I know that bothers you. I said, it doesn't bother me. I said, he goes, well, just to let you know, we're having one of his daughters just got married and is having a baby shower, and she's got the same dog too. They got them together. So he's like, the other one's coming over too. So you're going to have 2 of these dogs running around. So I'm apologizing, in the beginning. So.
No. Well, you know what he needs?
What?
You ought to tell him just, get rid of the dogs and get a bush baby.
What's a bush baby?
You don't know what a bush baby is?
I can come up with a whole bunch of different things that I think is a bush baby, but we don't call those people bush babies. Now, do we, Shane?
Look it up. Look up a bush baby.
I don't have the access to a computer.
Yeah, this is all just done magically.
What is a bush baby?
With reflective mirrors. It's a tiny, they're the coolest looking little things. They got big eyes and big ears, and they're about 3 inches tall, but they can jump 8 feet.
Hold on, I'm looking up on my phone. Go ahead.
Yeah, look up a bush. I would love to have one of those things. They're really, really cool. And North Carolina is one of like 3 states that actually allows you to have them.
It's like a sugar glider or something, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, it's got like the big round eyes, and it's got like almost like a cat face with big round eyes.
Yeah, but they can jump. Like I said, they can jump like 8 feet.
It's called a Galagos. Yep, Galagos. There you go. Thank you for the help on that one.
I'm Jack Hanna.
There you go. So,
I don't know. I ran across one of those things. I was like, that's really cool. And then I was like, okay, what does this cost?
Well, how do they poop and pee? Do they have a litter box?
They were created to poop and pee.
No, I mean, physically, I know the anatomy of an animal, how they poop and pee. I mean, do they have like a litter box? You let them out? Do they paw at the door and go, I got to go out? Or you put a diaper on them like a freaking rhesus monkey?
Well, I've never seen any with diapers on them. I've seen them with leashes, with harnesses on them, but I don't know. I ran across one. I was like, that's really cool. So I don't know the ins and outs, but I know they're very, very expensive. And North Carolina is one of like 3 states that will let you actually have one as a pet.
Can I have it as emotional support animal? Can I have one of those?
Whenever you get at home, you can do whatever you want to with it.
It's mine.
Yeah. But they're like $5,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
No shit.
Yeah.
How long do they live? They better last more than 10 years.
There's one version of them that lives 10, the smaller ones, and then the bigger ones.
10 days, 10 months? How long?
10. One's 10 years, the other one's around 20.
I don't know. I'll take the 10-year one. I don't know if I could be committed to an animal for 20 years. It's like having a bird or a cockatiel or whatever they are.
Well, they're nocturnal, so they make a bunch of noise at night. So that turns a lot of people off.
That bush baby be living out in the yard.
But aren't they cute, though? Look at them.
No.
Just want to squeeze their little furry faces.
It looks like something from a vampire movie. like
when a little gremlin.
Yeah, like when the guy turns into a bat, that's what what those bush babies look like. Hello, I'm Count. Now I'm a bush baby.
That would be less ferocious than a big white furry dog.
Land Cloud.
Land Cloud. That's a good name, though.
That's funny as hell. So what are you doing for, what is it, Labor Day weekend? What are you doing Labor Day weekend? You got any big plans? You going out? You staying in? You going in? Getting a case of beer, 2 cases of beer?
Well, first of all, where do I go?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Second of all, where do I go? It's my son's 29th birthday tomorrow.
Oh, Mazel Tov.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some so my family is from the Midwest.
Okay.
My wife
Oklahoma.
and her family. Yeah. Well, Oklahoma and Texas. So anytime there's a holiday or a birthday or whatever, they do. So if we're talking about food, what kind of food are we going to do for the so-and-so's birthday or for Christmas, whatever?
Mm-hmm.
They always refer to, and it reminds me of a Jewish family. I will do a nice spread. And that's what they call it, is a spread.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I've never heard it referred to that way. It's like, we'll just do snack stuff. But they refer to it as a spread. And they go to great lengths to, measure. So we've got an island in the middle of the kitchen. So they go to great lengths to, place everything and have it all cohesive and...
Well, they got like a planogram or something?
Feng shui shit, everything's got and we got to measure. This plate's got to be 3 inches.
Why do you have the meats before the crackers? You need the crackers before you get the meats. And then the gefilte fish needs a spoon, because how are they going to have that when you're having it over there with your guacamole dip and all that? Oh, I can't do this. I'm out of here.
Gefilte fish. Where did you pull that out of your ass from?
Well, you were talking about they were like Jewish or something. Yeah.
Well, but see, Midwesterners, they love their Mexican food. So, it's Tex-Mex. It's not authentic Mexican, but there's always store-bought, frozen taquitos, but they're so laid out in a little flowery pattern. It's really cool, and they love it. But I don't know what we're gonna end up doing. I'm just like, hey, can we throw some burgers on the grill?
How's your grill holding up now that you've replaced it all? We haven't heard anything about your grill lately.
Oh, that's right. I did. Yeah, I had to replace the burners. And I was thinking about just buying another grill, but I'm going to try to squeeze one more season out of it. Yeah.
One more.
Because
come on, baby.
Yeah, the drip pan hasn't rusted yet.
Put a coffee can in there. Get a Mountain Dew can, cut the top off, put it in there.
Well, I'm talking about the whole base, the whole floor of the grill that you can pull out, not the drip cup, I call it. But so I'm in there. I had to buy replacement burners, which is cool. I got everything cleaned out. Still had a good solid base on the bottom of it. So that's what made me decide to keep it.
Okay. Well, that's no problem.
Yeah. So in typical fashion, I buy burners. And, you got to mount the little...
excuse me.
No, sorry. That's why this is called This Is 50. We're dealing with some GERD here.
I've been drinking all day. Sorry.
So each little... It's a tube burner. It's not that... I don't know it's not the type on.
Is it like? Is it the letter H?
No. These are individual tubes.
Okay.
So there's 5 of them, and then they got the heat shield over top of it.
Right.
So mounted to each tube burner is the igniter. The little stem thing that you mash the button, it creates a spark, lights the gas. Yeah. So you got to do well. When I went to put it in, the igniters stuck out too far. So I had to modify the grill. So I took a pair of 10 snips and I started snipping on that and I boogered that entire thing up. But they're in there now and they fit and they work. So
well, good.
Just don't reach down below the burners or you're going to cut your fingers off.
Or you get zapped.
Yeah. But I think I can squeeze another, because we grill a lot in the wintertime, believe it or not. So I think I can squeeze it out, but I really want to invest next time in a Weber because those things are indestructible.
That's what I have. I got the Weber Spirit. I forget which one it is. Yeah, the Spirit. It's got the side burners stuff.
Do you have a cover on it, or you just leave it out?
Oh yeah, no, it's got a cover on it. Yeah. I got to bungee cord the thing because it's got all the stupid Velcro stuff on it. A strong wind gets up. It's like blowing Marilyn Monroe's skirt up. It comes flying off every time. I'm like, this is garbage. So I have to take a bungee cord and wrap it around the 2 little end trays that are on the grill and keep it all in check there.
See, I don't want to have to put a cover on anything. I want something.
Yeah, fuck it.
That you can just leave out there.
Raw dog it all year. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Get that weather. Get that snow, the rain, the hail. Why are there roaches in my thing?
Yeah, but stuff starts rusting, so I thought maybe a Weber might be a little more durable, but...
Yeah, it's a thicker gauge steel, so there you go.
Yeah, I got a cover on my smoker, so...
Well, good. Well, I'm gonna smoke a brisket, and I'll get into that when we get back. Stick around.
Are you really?
Oh yeah, I'm smoking a brisket, but stick around. I'll tell you how I'm gonna do it because you're gonna laugh at me. All right.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
I'm doing a Boston butt, by the way.
Oh, very good.
Bone in, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
You ready?
It'll be one of those days. Good grief. I didn't even get a chance to swallow.
I'm just saying. We got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
So, Shane, I took your advice.
I am shocked. I can't.
You actually listened to me? Yeah, I listened to you. I was I did a big deep dive in the direction I wanted to go with all the different shows and stuff that I'm part of. As you know, I do this show with you, and then there's 3 other shows that I work on. This one's the funnest. I always tell the other ones, yeah, you're the best. I like you. No, you're the best. I like you. No.
This is like Sister Wives, right?
Well, it's funny because when you listen to all the other shows that I do, it's literally this show. I was listening to it, when just to check on the quality of the show and all that stuff. You can make a sitcom out of every episode that we do.
Yeah,
I just think
your other ones are more content based, and
they are. But if you listen to the other shows, it's an outline because one starts on Monday, the next one starts on Tuesday, the other one starts on Thursday, and this one ends up on Friday. If you listen to those shows in chronological order, you can listen to exactly what's going on here on the property at any given time. from the horses need this having done with the horses to the news feed and how I feel about the news feed and politics and stuff. And then all the irritating stuff that I got to deal with. And then this show. So it's kind of like,
this is your therapy. This is your therapy session.
This is my therapy session. This is where I can let everything hang out and not get in trouble for it by the FCC or whatever, whoever's listening.
By the Amy.
Right. She doesn't listen to the show, so I can say whatever I want.
Good for her.
So I took your advice, and you were talking about, you mentioned something about challenging myself. I said, you know what? I listened to it, and I was like, yeah. I've got this whole idea in my mind that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is the direction I want to go. And then the other day, I was sitting here doing the horse show this past Monday, and I'm looking at the guy across the table I'm doing the horse show with, and he's just going on, about all the different things about horses, whatever the topic was that day. And my brain started wandering, and I'm looking around the room, and I'm like going, Jesus Christ, this studio is so outdated. And I was like, you know what? I need to improve my surroundings, because the way the studio is, if you're watching this on YouTube, and every podcast we do for This Is 50, we have a YouTube video, and you can see us here in the studio, and it looked like a fraternity frat bro studio. I've got all, the beer signs. I've got all the different Dayglow signs, and the background's not the best, and the lighting's not the best, and all that. So I took your advice, and I challenged myself. I'm going to break the whole entire studio down. Now, if you were to look at me right now and look around this room, you can see that I've started some of the work. And if you look in the background, that is texture that's on the wall back there.
Did you use a loofah sponge?
No, I used
some sort of sponge.
I used the roller. It looks like a dried up spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I had to do that, I had this whole room, that whole wall there painted. And the painting that I'm doing, the motif that I'm going with, is I was watching a video on how to stage your podcast room for better lighting. And that's what I wanted to get more into. I've got all this, gobo lighting and stuff that I want to incorporate into the show to make it more appealing to our viewers that are watching the show. And I painted that whole wall, and the whole wall that I have is the only way I can describe it. The door is actually the color of the room. You can't tell because I got color lights in here, but it's midnight blue. Nice. It's a flat paint, and it reflects and uses light very well, depending on the color that I use. So I had the whole wall painted, and I'm sitting back, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like going, this looks like garbage. I've got staples in the wall. I've got dents in the wall. I've got all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit here and putty this whole entire wall. So I bought a, 3-gallon bucket of joint compound, lightweight joint compound, mix a little water with it, put it on that spaghetti roller, and just started rolling. I rolled all this. If you're watching all this over here, I'll do a walkthrough later on once I get it all done. All this over here. I'm actually creating this. The room that I'm in is about 800 square feet. I don't know how many feet that is. I mean, it's long. It's over a 3-car garage. So, I mean, there's a whole other... Here, I'll spin the camera around so you can see. There's a whole other room in the back there.
You're making me dizzy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So, and
where does that door lead to?
Well, that's
where the mannequins are.
That's the cutoff, the halfway cutoff of the room, because I don't need to air condition that whole back room there. So I'm building that wall to just AC this part of the room. And yes, the AC will get back there because I've got equipment and stuff back there, but I don't need to have all that. So that's the challenge that I took upon myself. Let's recreate the studio. Let's reinvent the studio. Let's bring it in, because I'm going to have people coming in and doing other shows with me and guests on the other shows. And, that's why I got the casting couch back here now instead of back over there where you couldn't see it. Just a whole lot of things going on. So I want to say thank you, Shane. Thank you, Shane. Darling, thank you, Shane. for kicking me in the butt. And unfortunately, there's a couple shows that I missed last week because I was in the middle of, I'm literally covering stuff with, cloth and stuff, all the microphones and the computers and stuff to do this project.
The only thing you're missing is a pardon our mess sign.
Scrolling through.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, right now, I don't know if you're finished with the wall, but it kind of has like a cloud. It has like a cloudy kind of thing.
It's texture. It's wall texture, and I'm waiting for it to dry because then I'm going to come back over and paint it.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
I thought you've been watching like Property Brothers or Fixer Upper, and you were going, oh look, this is a cloud. Okay,
trading spaces.
Yeah, so that's totally
texture.
Not even anywhere near finished.
No, God, no. Yeah,
it's gonna be a solid color.
It will be a solid color, but there's a texture. Like I said, there's dents and staples and stuff where I was I forget what the technical term is. Hold on. These dampers, which I had they were all stapled to the wall.
So where are you going to put that life-size poster of me that I sent you? Have you got that yet?
On the roof.
No, I figured it'd be on the floor under your chair.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, Shane.
Oh, God, he's staring at me from below. Well, I just did this entire little thing here, but it's all just little knickknacks and stuff like that. I don't have a dedicated room like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to. I mean, maybe I can turn my garage into a very, high-tech podcast studio.
It gets hot in there.
Yeah, we can do a studio tour. Over here's the Black Widow spiders, and here's its nest. Here's all the ants.
Here's all the little babies.
Yeah, well, that looks good. I'm glad you took my challenge.
So I just wanted to say, you inspired me. So if nothing happens to you today, you can always say, well, I made Trav do something.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's always an accomplishment. Next week, I want you to dump a bucket of ice water on your head.
I'm not doing that. That's so stupid.
But it's for a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks good. Keep going. Let us. So, are you going to chronicle this studio transformation all the way from start to finish?
Well, I'm going to post some of the stuff on the This Is 50 Facebook page, which I haven't done. I did it on my personal page just to explain to everyone else who was looking for the other shows. I'll do it on This Is 50 Facebook. So make sure you guys are listening, at This Is 50 Show on Facebook, and you can see the pictures.
Well, so far, it looks like you're vaping. Behind you.
Time keeps on slipping.
I like it.
So our gardening season is done. We've harvested everything out there in our garden. We had corn, we had black-eyed peas, we had tomatoes, cucumber, squash, all that stuff. One of the things, the last thing that we harvest was I had 4 pepper plants out there. I had a poblano, I had a cayenne pepper, and 2 jalapeno peppers. And I can only freeze so much. I can only bag so much up and do all that. And I can only cook with so many. So what I decided to do was I dried them out just to see what I could do with them. I met a guy a long time ago. His son, for a summer project, did the same thing. He made and he gave me a little sample, a little McCormick's little round thing, McCormick's little round little spice thing. His son dried out all these peppers and made an atomic, he called it an atomic dust ball or something like that. And it is freaking hot.
Okay. I got another question though. How did you dry them out?
Well, first of all,
what process?
I let them sit on the plant as long as I possibly could. Now, all the peppers that I have, they come in green, but then they start turning red. And then when they turn red, they start shriveling up a little bit. So you can start the process just by leaving them on the plant. Once you harvest them off the plant, you have to leave the little reindeer cap on. The little green that's on the end of the pepper with a little bit of stem on it, like a 1-inch stem. Mm-hmm. Cut them all off. And I literally put them on the back porch in the sun. Well, it wasn't drying fast enough for me. So I looked up what's the best way or the quickest way to dry peppers out. I put them in an air fryer, and it literally took I would do it in like I do all the cayenne peppers first because they're real light and small. I do it 250 for I think 45 minutes twice. Came out perfect. I mean, they were like rattling around. The poblanos, which are a bigger pepper, they're like a small banana. I did those, same thing, 3 times. The jalapeno ones, because they're so meaty, that skin is so meaty, I literally did it 4 times, 250 on the air fryer at 45 minutes each. And finally, I could rattle them around and stuff. Let them all dry out, let them all cool out. Went through and chopped all the tops off, all the little reindeer hats, put them in a blender, added kosher salt, garlic powder, minced onion, the dried minced onion, chopped it all up, and now I've got a nice rub for my brisket that I'm having, that I'm going to smoke tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So many questions.
Okay, so what question you got?
Well, I'd ask you how you dried yours out, but you explained that with the sun or the air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually have a dehydrator. Now it takes forever.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the stuff just turns out perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a dehydrator. I've seen where you take in like air filters and put 2 box fans together and had the air blow through the air filters. Have you seen that?
No.
All right. Just me then.
I need to. Well, I'll have to look that up after the show. No, this is one of those multi-tiered, stack on top of each other.
Big round.
I made the dogs chicken jerky with those too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of going and buying the $500 bag of jerky, I just make my own. But I've never done peppers and stuff like that in there. But that's given me an idea. I'm going to start growing my own peppers. You can grow them indoors.
You can grow them outdoors. You can grow them indoors. I don't think they really freeze. I don't know. I could be wrong. I make shit up all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they like the cold weather, but you said the growing season is over, but you can still bring that indoors.
Yeah.
Or you can build a greenhouse if you want to.
So I'm going to smoke. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I need all the ingredients. I need the recipe for that. Cause
peppers.
I love
peppers.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's my?
You can text that to
peppers.
me later.
Ready? Salt, garlic powder, and minced onions. There you go. That's all I did. I just eyeballed it, just put a little flavoring in there. But I used kosher salt. I didn't use regular table salt.
I don't know if you've seen this, like it's Cuisinart, ever like at the beginning of the summer, Walmart will put out, all of their grilling stuff.
Yeah.
And then they always have these seasonings made by Cuisinart or whatever.
For those suckers out there.
Yeah. So I never buy those things, but I actually bought one of those one time.
Mm-hmm.
Maple bacon seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's got chunks of bacon in it. Really good, but I want a recipe for my own rub because I love doing Boston butts and
I suggest if
that sounded bad.
I love doing Boston butts, especially the fat hairy ones. I like the fat hairy Boston butts with the quote unquote bone in. You know what I'm saying, ladies?
Yeah, I just pour some Sam Adams over it.
Shut up, bitch.
Anyway, I'd like to have that recipe. Here we go.
So I'm
the
gonna
roller coaster's at the top and it just went on over.
So I'm gonna smoke a brisket. I've got
other questions. You can't just say I'm gonna smoke a brisket.
Okay.
I got a question.
Okay.
Are you doing a full brisket?
I was gonna say that the one that we bought I think was $48. So it's like this with a nice big fat cap on top of it. So it's a good size.
A full one. Yeah, if you get a full brisket, you're looking at $80 right now.
No,
easy.
Yeah, it's like $48. And
so you got the flat.
I don't know. Walmart. I'll take that. Thank you.
Wait a minute. You were the one the master smoker here. You told me you were a pit boss.
I am a pit boss, but I just grab it and I make do with what I got. Oh,
okay.
And talking about making do, Shane, I do not have a smoker.
What?
It failed last season. The whole bottom, I had one of those the stand-up square rack ones.
Yeah.
And the whole bottom took a shit on me. Even the little burner that fires it up fell on the ground. It just took a dump. The whole abortion fell out, and I was like going, well, this is gone. This is done. And Amy said, well,
you're gonna throw the brisket in the kill box? How are you gonna smoke it?
Well, I have done this before. And what we're going to do is, I've got the Weber Elite, the Spirit. I forget. Who are you? The Spirit. And it's got 4 burners and a sear burner.
Yeah.
So I'm going to light the sear burner and I've got one of those throwaway aluminum trays. If you're going to do like bread or something like that, I'm going to put a top on it. I'm going to put my chips in that and have it sit on that side of the grill. I'm going to put the brisket on the other side of the grill, the cold side, and just go from there. I've done it before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like an offset burner.
Yeah.
I like an offset smoker.
So that's
what you can buy. Well, that's cheap. Why don't you buy a smoke box?
Because I'm not going to use it that much. I'm hopefully for Christmas, I'll get it. I'll get one. I'll get one that I want.
Oh, if you're not listening, Amy.
No, she knows what I want. But I was gonna try a pellet smoker. But so right now I've got a whole. You've seen my my cooler, my igloo cooler with all the wood chunks that are sitting in it that looks like Texas tea out there. And I'll pull some of those out and put them in the little aluminum foil.
Now I followed your advice on that. I went and bought I only got a 5-gallon bucket, or maybe a 2.5-gallon bucket. It's not one of these great big ones, but it's got all my wood just soaking in it. I'm sure it's nasty.
Oh, it's nasty. Yeah, it's nasty.
But I can't. I figured you got to do it that way because the smoker that I use it will
flame them up,
burn something up in a minute.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't take long. So
I am pretty burned up right now because I did something and I felt like a friggin' moron. I go, am I losing my fucking mind, Shane? Am I losing? What am I doing? Why am I even here anymore?
Is this another I'm an asshole moment?
No, this is something I did, and I thought I was like, no big deal, and then Amy relayed exactly what I did, and I was like, oh shit, I fucking did that, didn't I? And I'll talk about that when we get back.
That's why she's there.
Yes, stick around. We'll be right back.
Beer time.
Okay.
See how easy this is?
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm telling you, you're going to take my damn advice one day and get you a refrigerator and put in there.
One advice per time per month, okay? If I did everything all at once, I'd be insane. I'd end up like you.
Well, thanks for that. I'll come in and install it.
All right. You ready?
Yep. Phil is in the background raising hell.
It's all right.
So I don't know if it's filtering through or not.
It makes for a good show.
Okay.
Better show or a worse show. I don't care. Here we go.
Right.
Shane, you ever had a stress fracture?
I've had a stress test.
Okay, that's not what I asked, but all right.
Well, I mean, it's close.
Stress test is for your heart.
I know, but the word stress is in there, so I got as close as I could. I don't want to okay, let me do the knock on wood thing. I have never had a broken bone, a fracture, or any break of any kind. Okay. In my 50 years.
So you don't know what a stress fracture feels like?
No.
Okay. Well, just to let you know, because as you know, this studio is on the second floor, and I don't have I'm redesigning the studio here, so there's like paint and wood, and I'm chopping and cutting and moving and doing and grooving and all this stuff. I've got to go up and down those steps. Every time I need to cut a piece of wood, I didn't cut it right, now I got to go back downstairs. From my ankles up to about halfway up my shin hurts. Now I know
shin splints.
Well, I know what shin splints feel like. I used to play semi-professional basketball, so I know what shin splints feel like. This is not shin splints. This is.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I used to play semi-professional basketball in my backyard with my neighbor's young child.
Right.
Almost got a full ride to GMESU.
But
go ahead.
That's taken care of by eating like a banana or something. I know what those feel like. You can't move your ankles. It's a burning sensation. This is I can't put weight on it for any length of time. So I'm wondering, did I stress my legs out going up and down and overexerting myself? And then here's the other thing is I was worried about it so much that I had to keep one beer up here in the studio open and then one beer downstairs open. because I was afraid I was going to go, literally, I was afraid that I'd take the beer from upstairs, go downstairs, cut the wood, walk back upstairs, forget my beer back downstairs, have to go make a double trip to go back downstairs to get the beer, and then come back up. So I literally planned it out to where take a sip of beer, cut a piece of wood, leave that beer here, come up here to the studio, cut out or nail and screw and measure out whatever I need, take a sip of beer up here, put it right back on the table. That way I'm not looking for it. You've gone, like if you're drinking around the house and stuff, you've lost a beer or two. I know you have.
No.
Okay.
I keep track of my children.
What about like mowing the lawn or something? Where the hell did I put that other beer? I know I just opened it. God damn it. I lose them all the time.
Nope, never had that problem. But I don't feel sorry for you. I've been telling you for I don't know how long to go get you a mini fridge like I have over here. The only effort that I have to put into it is to push my chair back and let it roll over to the refrigerator. And extract the beer and then roll back to the camera.
But you don't have to go downstairs and do anything. Everything up there, you're a self-contained unit up there. Me, I've got to do, because it is above my garage, so I've got all my tools and working stuff and everything's downstairs, and I'm working up here in the studio. So, I mean, I can't drag a chop saw up here. I can't drag, these 8-foot 2x4s up here, so. No,
but you can drag a mini fridge up there really easily. I mean, it's just one trip.
I'm still going to forget my beer downstairs. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I can't help you with that. Maybe you need to get some of that ginkgo biloba. But if you lose track of a beer, you've got more upstairs. You don't have to take it. I mean, so.
But that's what I was doing.
Wait.
That's what I was doing. I was leaving one downstairs and one upstairs. That way I wouldn't have to lose track of them.
So you're telling me that no matter what you're doing or where you are, you can't walk away from a beer for 30 seconds. You got to have a spare.
I panic.
See, that may be something to talk with your doctor about.
It's funny that now that I mention it, I told you about the air pilot guy next door. He was talking to me in the garage, and I cracked open a beer, and we're talking in the garage, and I set the beer down, and I go walking over somewhere with him, and reverse that. I was out in the yard drinking a beer, and I set the beer down, and we walked back over to the garage. And we're talking and stuff, so I grabbed another beer out of the refrigerator and just cracked one right there. And he goes, "But you got one out there on the tree stump." I said, "Yeah, but it's way over there." I'm not going. I'm walking back over there. He kind of looked at me like, "Okay, neighbor."
I'll drink that one when I make my way back.
Yeah, when I finish this and we're done talking, I'll go back over there where I was doing my work and start again.
So you're just dropping beer like breadcrumbs, right?
Yeah.
So you can find your way back to your work.
Find the cans back. I did something. What's today? Friday? Yesterday, Shane. I did something. I could piss spit. I'm so mad.
Oh.
Yeah. So okay. My wife, we shop at Lowe's here. I know this is Lowe's country up here in Charlotte, North Carolina, but 20 years I spent at Home Depot. So there's no Home Depot around here. So I'm forced to go to Lowe's.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
And one time, my wife and I were bringing something back to Lowe's, and if you don't have a receipt, what do they give you?
A gift card.
They give you like store credit or something like that. Do you know that in Lowe's, there is a driver's license attached to that gift card?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
So my wife, because she's returning it, "Can I see your driver's license?" and types the driver's license number in the system. So if someone tries to use that, they have to have my wife's ID card or driver's license number to use that card. Now, I didn't know this, and I went up the other day to get some wood and stuff for whatever I was doing, not this project here, another project, and I hand the guy the in-store credit, and he goes, "Okay, and the driver's license connected to this?" And I go, "I don't know." So I showed him mine. Nope, that's not it. Fuck, it's my wife's. And she's on a conference call, and I'm trying to text her. I said, "Forget it. Give me the card back. I'll get her number, and I'll use this another day." So fast forward to now, I go to get all the lumber and stuff. My wife's like, "Hey, here's my driver's license number. Here's the gift card. Pay for some of that lumber with this gift card." I'm like, "Okay." So the gift card sits in the console of the center of the truck. Drive there. For whatever reason, I had to return some grounding rods. 8-foot grounding rods that you put in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so return those. And I've got the gift card. You see my phone here? You see my phone?
I do now.
I have the card laying in my phone like this. Okay, sure. Just put the card in my phone, just on the face, and stuck my phone in the pocket. So I go to start getting stuff, and I'm doing this and doing that. I get a door, and I notice something doesn't have a UPC. And I go, well, fuck, I'm not going to sit here and rip a UPC off of this item. I just took a picture of the shelf tag. So I pulled my phone out, took a picture of the shelf tag, put my phone back in the pocket. Go up to pay for everything. No gift card. Gone. Zip. Not in my pocket. Not anywhere. I'm like, God damn it. And I'm panicking.
Did your ass eat it?
No, but I'm sitting there going, well, there's probably only like $10 on it. Normally, if we have something that's expensive, we have a receipt for it. I'm like, maybe it was like $10 or something like that. So I ignored it, and the lady goes, oh, I'm sorry to hear you lost your card. Hopefully you'll find it. I said, that's knowing me, it probably dropped outside the truck or whatever. It's laying out there somewhere. So I walk out to the truck, and I don't see it. I'm like, all right, let me go back in one more time where I took the picture. Go back inside where I took the picture. It's not there. All right, someone got it. Someone got a free whatever, $10, $15 gift card, but they can't use it because they don't have my wife's driver's license number. So I come home and I tell my wife the same story. She's like, you lost it? And I go, yeah, babe. I said there was only like $10. She said there was $152 on that gift card. Oh, I said, shut up. She's like, no, there was $152 on that gift card. I said, do not, you just ruined my day. I feel like an absolute jerk, moron, incompetent. Like, what was my brain thinking? You know, why did I put it in my phone? I've never done that before in my life. It always goes in my, another pocket or something like that. And then I was just like,
well, she should have told you how much was on there from the beginning. You'd have probably taken better care of it.
And yeah, because I'm treating it like it's a $10 gift card. I'm like, it's like a Starbucks gift card. If you lose it, you lose it. Someone gets it. But I was like, oh, son of a bitch. And that would have paid for half of the lumber and stuff that I need to hear. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh. And then I'm thinking in my mind, now I'm pissed at Lowe's. Because I'm like, if you wouldn't have done this because your fucking crappy system as far as people stealing stuff and you guys, return this, and I'm thinking the whole Home Depot logic and all this stuff that I should have been able to use it the first time and blah, blah, blah. And I'm getting mad at them. I'm pointing the finger at everyone but me. But when it boiled right down to it, it was my fault. And I lost, whatever gift card that was out there.
So it's just totally gone now.
Someone's got it. So if they can figure out, I don't know if you can use it without the driver's license number, because they said I can't do anything with this card because it's attached to a driver's license number.
They can swipe it at the register.
No, they can't. Because there's a prompt that pops up that says you need to see a driver's license, because I've done that before and I've showed them my driver's license and they type my driver's license number in on something that I returned, $4 or $5 or whatever.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I actually have like a Lowe's credit card that I used for my former business.
I thought you were going to say, I actually have one of those ready to go wallets where I don't lose anything. And for $19.95, you can have one of these. What are your special wallet that you have? What's a wallet? Your everyday carry wallet. You're more likely to lose something out of that than a regular wallet. Well, that's not a good advertisement for them, but still.
Well, I mean, I'm not selling them. I didn't create them. Yeah. And I'm not getting a sponsorship from them either. So, so there's just, for those of you in Marshville, if you run across a Home Depot gift card laying on the ground.
No, Lowe's gift card.
Lowe's gift card. Then pick that joker up and call us here in the studio. You'll have a nice, handsome reward for turning it in.
I'll send you a sticker.
Yeah. You'll get the change left on it after. It's like those Walmart cards at the gas station. They'll fill their car up and then there'll be like 32 cents left on there. So they'll just drop it up on top of the.
It's like the Metro cars too. And when you're in New York, the Metro cars, they use the subway and stuff. Leave like $3.
Well, after 60 of them, you'll get $1.50's worth of gas.
Well, so I lost it, and I feel okay, but I lost in my mind. I lost $152.
Well, you did. Was that Amy's card to begin with? Somebody bought that. Where did the card originate from?
We brought back something without a receipt.
Okay. So nobody gave that to you.
It's not a gift card. Yeah, it's an in-store credit.
You originally spent that money, so yeah, you just lost $150 some.
I know. Thanks, Shane. Oh, so
well,
pissed.
It is what it is, but you know.
I hate that saying too.
You got to, I know, but you got to take care of your stuff. That's just irresponsibility on your part.
Thanks, Shane. When's your next self-esteem class? I'll sign up for that one.
Man, I'm not trying to pile on, but my God.
God, Trav, you are a fucking idiot. As much respect as I have for you, I have totally lost it.
You're going to have a conversation with Amy. I don't think you need to be carrying around debit cards or credit cards of any type. She's going to have to cut you off completely.
She's going to have to put air tags on me just to keep track of me.
Well, you're always doing something messed up. So.
Right, yeah, that's good old Trav, always messing stuff up.
All right, we'll have another session next Friday.
All right.
Don't feel bad. It happens.
Well, something happened also to me the other day.
What's wrong with you this week? You're just all kinds of...
I'm all over the place. Just, it's like I said, all these little things, they just fester in my mind. Something happens to you, you just brush over and go, just move on to something else. It's minute. Me, in my mind, I'm all about the human psyche and why did this person do this and why are we doing this and why did they make that decision and blah, 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 blah. And when my brain explodes and I'm laying out in the yard with a beer on my face.
Mm-hmm.
But something happened at Walmart today that I was like, give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Get off my lawn. Land cloud.
So
I'll get to it when we get back. Well, I'll talk about it when we get back.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
All right. I'll tell you about it when we get back. Stick around.
All right. I'm slightly starting to feel sorry for you.
Thank you.
I'm playing with the idea. Playing with the idea of feeling sorry for you. But if it's bad enough, I'll tell you about my life and it'll feel so much better. Yeah, you got to get that card back.
It's gone.
Did you look in your truck?
No, because I like I said, I physically remembered sticking the card on my phone. I'm like going, oh, that's kind of neat. It kind of fits right in the center there. I'll never lose that. Into my pocket it goes. But then I didn't take my phone out at all until the barcode for the slab door that I bought was gone. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not putting this one back up and taking another one out. And so I'm like picking at the barcode. I'm like, well, what am I doing? Just take a picture of the barcode and they can scan it. So I pulled out my phone. And I'm sitting there and I've got 50 million things going on in my mind. I'm trying to, take a picture of it and then put it back gone. Someone got it. Now they can't use it, but still, someone got it.
Yeah. Hefe. Alejandro got a hold of that thing.
Someone did.
He just saved $150 on his remodel.
Pissed. So pissed.
Well, $10-15 you can swallow that, but I mean, good gosh, that's $150.
I even told my wife, I said, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. She's like, oh, no, yeah. Remember we brought back this, and this, and we didn't have the receipt? I'm like going, yeah. I said, tell me it was $10. She goes, okay, Trav, it was $10. I go, good. Now I feel better.
Just lie to me.
Yeah, just
make me feel better and lie to me.
No, babe, it's okay. It's okay. It was only $10. All right, thank you. I feel better.
You look fine. Right. That outfit looks great on you.
Right. Does my hair make my face look fat or something? No, your face makes your face look fat.
Yeah. The fat makes your face look fat.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So Shane, I was, up here in the studio doing the whole remodel. Thanks to you. Thanks for the inspiration.
Yeah, glad I could help.
And I don't know if you know this or not. We still have one of our bigger sponsors is Profit Radio.
Profit Radio.
I've
heard of those guys.
Yeah. And they've been around since, I think, 2011. I've always teamed up with them. They've always done me well and stuff. And so they stream all the new music. And it's just such a variety of different music that they play. And they always try to update it. Like, for example, all the TikTok videos and stuff that you see where you only hear like a small little snippet of a video or a small little snippet of a song. They've got the whole entire song. They've got, the artist, title and artist and all that stuff. It's a really good website if you want to be caught up without all the like bombarding of commercials and the same 10 songs over and over again and that type of stuff. What?
Well, what I like about it is it's a good place to go if you're having a party or some people over and you just want a constant stream of music going.
And totally,
and you don't
totally
you don't
random
interrupted by a bunch of crap. It just keeps on.
And it's
good.
Yeah, it's random. It's modern day songs. It's songs from all different genres and eras and stuff. And I think we were listening to it earlier. What was the song that we were listening to? You were like going,
oh God, yeah, that thing was like cranking. What was that? Geez, how bad is that?
It was like a song from the 70s, and you're like going, oh, I forgot about this song. And it's that type of music that they play. You're like, oh, I forgot about this song. Well,
yeah.
During the remodel here, I clicked it on the PC. It's not an app or anything. It's straight PC. And I listened to it. And, it took me, I was up here in the studio for about 6-7 hours and sit there and listen to the music and stuff. I've forgotten how much good music has been released out there. I'm not talking garbage music like Trippie Redd and all those other SoundCloud artists or anything like that. I'm talking about legitimate artists.
High Vibe.
High Vibe. All those dipshits.
Love that guy. Love that guy.
But I was sitting there listening to it, and I'm like going, you know what? This is really, really good. Now, Shane, both you and I went to high school in the late 80s, early 90s. So we were part of that grunge era type music.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you grow up and you get to a certain age, especially like our age, now we're officially both 50 now, you kind of revert back to music that you listened to during your adolescence days. You listen to the grunge. I can't do that. I physically cannot revert back to and listen to that music. It was good for the time. It was good for the feeling and the mentality that I had at that time. But I don't have that mentality at the time because what happens? You get older, you grow, you learn about what's going on in the world, and these songs made sense for, yes, at you at that time, but not at the time that you're living in now. If you still have those same ideology ideas from back then now, you have not grown up, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't listen to it just for the nostalgia.
I can listen to it
just for the music itself, not the.
I can only listen to that Nirvana song, Smells Like Teen Spirit, like the first 30 seconds, and then I'm like, no, I'm gone.
Well, that song sucks anyway. Well, I don't know why anybody likes that.
But it's you've heard it so many times. It's like seeing a movie. You just want to fast forward to the good parts, and then, all right, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to listen to this song anymore. And listening to Prophet Radio, I was astounded at the music that was coming out that they were producing or putting on their stream. And it was so interesting to hear all the different variances and how almost the transition between like the 70s and the 80s and into the modern day music and stuff. It was fun. It was a fun listen to, and I recommend it for anyone out there. I'm not saying it because they're a sponsor. I just was like, people that are our age, I don't know where to go to listen for new music. Because if I go to look for new music, you know where I'm going to find it? I'm going to go to the radio station, and it's going to be the same 10 songs over and over because they tell me it's the same 10 songs over and over. Prophet Radio doesn't do that. They actually have, I talked to the owner there, he has a catalog that he gets from producers of all the top 50 songs that are coming out that month. And then he puts that in his format and then mixes it up. And then the next 50 songs that are coming out that month, he'll mix that in there. So it's this whole plethora of all this new music out there. And some of it's okay, some of it's all right, and some of it's a mix and stuff. But I enjoyed sitting there listening to it.
I don't know how long Prophet Radio has been around, but they
2011.
2011.
2011.
I don't know when Apple Music came into play. I think it was probably
kind of like on the cusp of that, yeah.
Okay. What I do, like I have Apple Music. We have a Apple Music subscription. So one of my favorite things to do is like if there's a song that's playing, if I'll play a song out of my playlist that I've downloaded myself, while that song is playing, there's an option in there to go create a station. And it will continue to play music that it feels like is kind of in that same genre.
Right.
So a lot of times you get a good mix of stuff you know and stuff you don't.
So let's say you listen to like Incubus, and iHeartRadio does the same thing. If I type in Incubus, it'll play all the music and genre that came out around the peak of Incubus's time, and that's it. You're kind of buckled into that.
Well, but here's what Apple Music does that's different So iHeartRadio will play Incubus from that time, but iHeartRadio will also give you new. Okay, let's just say Incubus is considered indie rock. It'll play Incubus and songs from the time frame that it was popular, and then it will also play new indie rock. It'll keep you in the same genre, but it will stay. It'll do indie rock from the 90s. It'll do indie rock mid 2000s. It'll do current indie rock. So you get all the kind of different stuff, and you start hearing stuff that you've never heard before. And at that point, you can like download it and go, okay, I like that. I want to put that in my library.
But at some point, that music just starts sounding the same. Like when you go to this one, you go to this one, you're like, oh, I've heard this before. And it's that same genre. That's what I'm saying. As to where Prophet Radio gives you a broad spectrum of, from a dance song to a modern rock song to a classic rock song to all these other different rock. So you never really get bored with it. I guess that's what I'm saying. And I just found pleasure listening to it the other day. I said, it's not a plug or anything. I just was like, I don't know, as far as me being, my age and your age, I don't know where to look for new music outside of, physically typing in and searching and listening to, the top 100, Billboard chart of, 2000, 2023 or whatever it is.
Well, I tell you what I've noticed in my search for new music, because I'm always looking for new stuff too, and I found a ton of it. But a lot of it sounds like 60s, 70s, 80s, the new stuff, the stuff that they're coming out with now that you don't hear on terrestrial radio, the mainstream stuff. But they're really, really good songs, but they sound like 60s, 70s, and 80s. And you go look at
it's familiar.
And you go look at, like, just as an example, Bruno Mars. That dude, all of that dude's stuff sounds like it's from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You go back and look at I like that song. It sounds like something from the 70s, 60s. You go look at it, and it was released in 2018. So that kind of blows my mind, is like, how fashion kind of comes back around?
Yeah. Mom jeans. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Bell bottoms.
I didn't find the mom jeans sexy back in the 80s, and they're not sexy now.
Nah. Well, but the music's getting, it's kind of coming back around to what we were used to and what we grew up with. And I kind of like that. It's like a modern day twist on what we used to listen to. But Prophet Radio plays that kind of stuff. You can go find that there. And that's what's nice about it. Like I said, if you're at a party and you just want to let the music go and you like everything that it pops up on there.
And it's unedited. That's the best part.
Yeah. Well,
you have to be careful. It's not safe for work, some of the words, but some of the songs are out there, and they do say shit, and they do say ass.
I don't think anybody gives a damn about that. I'm sure that church hymns got curse words in them now.
They do.
Don't put that anymore.
Repent.
Yeah. There'll be no more explicit warnings before too long. So
I was at Walmart today, and I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm in here. Don't lose your gift certificate, Travis, for Walmart. No, I'm kidding. I didn't have a gift certificate, but I'm sitting there.
Well, I know what I'm not getting you for your birthday.
I'll lose it.
Gift certificate.
So I'm sitting there, and last week, my wife's like, don't get any treats. She's always like, if you get treats and bring them in the house, like, candy or something like that, I'll eat them. Don't get anything. I'm like, all right, so that's the rule. If I don't get any treats, she won't eat them.
That sounds like my mom. Sounds like my mom when I was a kid. Mommy, can I have that cereal? No, you'll just eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm talking like
therefore, but okay.
Ice cream or cookies or cakes or anything like that. Don't bring it home. Because we have a bad habit of eating that
I get it.
Right before we go to bed. So she's like, I'm halfway through shopping. She's like, oh, can you get me the Italian ice? She likes the Italian ice. You you ever had that? Yeah. Ugh. I don't know. Her family's weird. That's what they had. And I was like, ooh, that's gross.
That's a chick thing. That's just a chick thing.
But at Walmart, I'm like, all right, if she's getting Italian ice, fuck it. I'm getting me something. I'm getting this guy something.
I'm getting something with cream in it, damn it.
Walmart.
I don't want none of that damn fruit water.
Walmart.
Frozen fruit water. Sorry. You got me on a rant.
All right. So Walmart has, you seen the size of what, like Ben and Jerry's, the little pint size looking things?
Yeah.
So Walmart's got their own brand, and they have the basic flavors. They got chocolate chip, peanut butter cup. They don't really jazz up the flavors. Strawberry, birthday cake, Rocky Road. They don't like give it all the fancy names and stuff. They are $1.67 for one. How much is a Ben and Jerry's fucking pint like that? Have you ever bought a Ben and Jerry's?
It's like $40.
Yes, it's close to it. Yes. So I'm like going, okay, peanut butter, chocolate chip.
The Ben and Jerry's, you're paying for the creative, stupid little name that they come up with for their ice cream. That's all you're paying for.
That it's got a heavier, thicker cream. I mean, the consistency of a Ben and Jerry's ice cream is a real thick, heavy cream. Like one pint is like 1,500 calories. Just to give you an idea of how thick and creamy that cream is.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the ice cream from Walmart. That's $1.67, and the consistency is good. It's not a light, fluffy ice cream. I had the chocolate chip from Walmart, and it actually has like chocolate chips, not the shavings. When it says chocolate chips and you get the fucking shavings in there, this is bullshit. I want a morsel. I want like a chiclet.
You want Hershey Kisses babies.
Almost, but the little flat square ones, they're like quarter, quarter inch. And, I want that in the ice cream. Sure enough, Walmart had it, $1.67. It's nice and thick and creamy, and it had really good chocolate chunks in it. And I'm eating it, crunching that. Oh, there's nothing better than frozen chocolate in my mind. Frozen chocolate like that, like candies. So I bring those home, and she's like, what did you get? Blah, 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 I'm like, all right. So this time I go, she's like, I'm off all next week. I want the same ice cream that you get. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to walk out of there with like 9 pints of this ice cream for you for all week. No, I won't eat them at one sitting like you do. I only eat like half and then put it in the freezer for the next day. I sit down and eat the whole goddamn thing. Now, one pint,
my hero.
one pint is only anywhere from 480 to 520 calories for the pint. Which is good. It's a third of what the Ben and Jerry's is, but I don't mind. I have a sensible dinner, and then I eat.
Why the hell are you looking at the calorie count? Come on, just do it. Dive in there to your pint of Equate ice cream. I've been waiting to say that.
Yeah. So as I'm
what are you eating? Equate ice cream.
It's not. It's best value or great value or something. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. Well, if you notice Walmart, when it comes to their brand names, the food stuff is always great value, but everything else is Equate. So
yeah, it's like cold medicine, but
yes, it's what slipped or fell on the floor. We just kind of scraped it up and put it in a container.
So ice cream is the last thing I get before I go to checkout, and so I go up to the cash register.
Well,
and
that's smart.
Well, I mean, I'm smart that way in some aspects, and everything's a self checkout. And so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting behind this one lady.
There's always one lady.
She's a bush baby.
She have about 50 kids with her?
No, she's an older lady, and she's got a container, Equate container of collagen or whatever, collagen peptide or something like that. And it's I know how much it is because I bought it or purchased it before. I bought it before. And it's $10. It's $10. Okay, it's $10. It's sitting there, and she's got these little cards, these gift cards or whatever, Walmart gift cards, and
here we go with the damn gift cards again.
She scans one and then runs it through the thing, and then hits the thing. She's got
so she's the chick collecting gift cards off the top of the.
She has a stack, like a poker.
What she's doing.
She's got a poker stack in her hand, and she's scanning it, and then doing the thing, and then she prints it out, and it tells all the prices of. And I'm like, going, what the hell is she? And I stood there, and I'm like, going, what the fuck is she doing? And then finally. She prints out the receipt, and it's got all the numbers of whatever of what the amount is on those cards. Then she goes like this, scans the Pepsid or whatever, the collagen thing, and then gets her card out of her ATM card, pays for that. Shane, no lie,
She's paying for one item at a time. Oh my God.
No, that was it. That was all she had. But she's scanning these gift cards that's got like probably 30 cents on it, 40 cents on it, 50 cents on it. And getting the balance of what those are,
Yeah.
And then she decides to buy this one item, dude, and then puts in her debit card for whatever the balance was and I'm like, I stood there, Shane, no lie, 11 minutes.
Oh, hell, it would have been just faster for you to pay for all of it for her.
No, you know why? I sat there and I got a cart full of groceries, ice cream's melting all over the place, briskets over there, beer's getting hot. I like to watch the people behind me sit there and do this number. What's going on? Yeah. She's only got one item. What's taking so long? They're peering over my shoulder, looking back and forth. And I just sit there and I go, there's a line over there. No. You go ahead and take it. I go, I'm in no rush. If I go over there, something's going to happen. I've already chosen this path in life. I'm going to go through this register with this lady in front of me, and I am going to check out and then go home.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what she's doing. She's taking gift cards off the top of the gas pumps and collecting them.
Is that what she's doing?
Yeah. So eventually she'll, collect enough. Like I said, you get 60 cards with 2 cents a piece left on them. You can buy a pack of gum in 3 months. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, well, that's what she's got. So I had to witness that. And it's funny because like the head cashier would come around and help her and then do this number as she's walking away. She's like looking at the ceiling, like looking at me at the same time to make sure that I see that she says, what the fuck?
Well, I tell you what I've seen. Here's a new scam that's going on.
Oh, here we go. Ladies, pay attention.
Yeah, so I have seen where instead of panhandling on the side of the road, these foreign women, and it's usually foreign women, they'll come in there and they'll fill their grocery basket up. And they'll go to the self-checkout and they'll have 15 kids with them. And they'll scan all their items and then they'll, put their card in there and it gets declined. And then they'll stand there going, well, what do I do now? My card's been declined.
See you later.
But they'll sit there and wait for somebody to come pay for their groceries for them. So that's the new panhandling.
How stupid can you be?
That's what they do. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've probably in the past 3 months, I've seen it 10 times.
Jesus Christ, Shane, what kind of neighborhood do you live in?
Well, let's not get into that. Each Walmart has their own type of people that frequent there, but they will, and they'll bring their kids with them, and then they'll stand there with these looks on their faces like, oh God, what am I going to do now? And inevitably somebody falls for it every single time.
That's stupid.
Come over there and pay for it.
How much is it? Like 150, 200 bucks? Under 200? Over 200?
No, I mean, I haven't seen, I don't know exact amount, but I mean, their buggy's pretty full. They got a significant amount of stuff in there.
A lot of red meat in there.
Yeah. Well, food stamp card didn't get approved.
All right, Shane, what do you got planned for next week? Anything?
No, got the boy's birthday. He's turning 29.
Mm-hmm.
Still can't put his pants on right. Got my grill fixed, so
good.
we're gonna grill something out, and then I'm gonna smoke a Boston butt in the smoker.
Well, nice,
because mine still works.
We'll take lots of pictures.
It's still got a bottom in it. Gonna go buy some more beer. That's pretty much it.
All right, Shane. Well, I'll let you go. Get back to it.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on today.
Don't say that. You're always on.
All right. Well, y'all, everybody have a good weekend. It's Labor Day weekend.
Be safe.
No babies this weekend. Everybody take a break from giving birth.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. See you bye.
See you bye. I got to do this.
Yeah, I'm getting there.